Welcome to Ask Your Realtor. This is a series Nalaka and I decided we're going to do to help you, buyers and sellers, with all your real estate questions.
And we are realtors in New Jersey with the combined experience of over 30 years.
So hopefully we can actually help you. We're looking to be your realtors, so please tune in and we're going to go through some questions we got via emails.
Yeah.
Which was the first one, Nalaka?
First one is Mary, who's moving from out of state into New Jersey and she wants to buy a house. So
okay.
She wants to know where she should start.
So welcome to New Jersey when you move here, Mary. Like anywhere else, you need to buy a house, you're going to need to get financed. First things first, you can buy it obviously with cash if you have that opportunity. But if not, you're probably going to go to your local bank or to a mortgage banker. And first thing there is in order for us to help you, is we're going to need to get them to provide what's called a pre-approval or pre-qualification letter. After you answer several questions that are financial in nature, we will get that letter that says Mary can afford a house up to, let's say, $300,000 with a conventional loan, let's say 3.5% down payment. Now, this is just an example, but there are actually down payments that go as low as 3%. And we'll talk about mortgages and finance in more detail in a different video. Right now, we just want to get you through the steps to understand what the process is.
And also it's very important to get pre-qualified through a lender, which is because you may think that you can only afford $300,000, but maybe where you're looking at with the current taxes, you may be able to go up to $400,000. Actually, the difference between $10,000 different on a house price would only increase your monthly payment as low as maybe about $50. So, I mean, that's something that a lot of people don't think of.
Right. So if you're willing to, buy 2 less pizzas a month, you could probably afford a house that's not $300,000 but $310,000. But again, we're not here to talk all finance because we're not the finance people. We are the realtors. And we are kind of, I guess the best way I could describe it, are the glue in between everybody else involved in this whole process. So let's just go and just make a list of players that are involved.
Yeah, so we have the realtor,
Most importantly.
Attorney.
Yeah.
You don't need an attorney, but we recommend that you hire an attorney to represent you.
Right, you're legally not required to have an attorney, but you do need one, especially in New Jersey. It would be wise for you to get one. This is the biggest investment in your life, so I don't think it would be a good idea to just wing it, It's well worth to get an attorney, I would say.
And then there's home inspectors that you need to hire, and of course the mortgage lender could be your bank or a direct lender that we could talk about. And
appraisals? Appraisers, I should say.
Appraiser would probably, the lender would require.
Correct, but it's paid for by the buyer.
And pretty much that's it. Those are the key players, and we as realtors will basically hold your hand from looking for a home and from offer to close and beyond. So we will be the one that will working with you throughout the whole process, and the other people that we mentioned would come in between the whole process.
Right, so basically what do we have? We have somebody selling a house, that's the seller. We have you, Mary, the buyer, and we have 2 realtors involved. Most likely are going to be from 2 different firms, somebody representing the seller and somebody representing the buyer. So in this case, since we're talking about you wanting to buy a house, we would be your buyer side realtors. Then both the clients, right, both ends of the deal would have their own attorneys representing them. Again, not required, but highly, highly recommended. And on the buyer side is where you would have the inspector and all these other people that you would need to get to make sure that you know what you're buying, so that the bank could give you the appropriate loan and you could close on this property.
And also one other person that I forgot to mention was the title company, which you would be hiring, where they typically what they do is once the attorney review period is over, to start the title search, and they go back at 60 years to make sure that you have a clean title to the purchase of your homes.
A trick question. Are you required to have title search?
I think it's a good idea.
I'm going to stomp my colleague over here. The answer is no, you're not required. Did you know that? Yeah.
I did not know that.
But again, just like an attorney is not required, it would not be a good idea. So unless you purchase in a new house, that there is no past to speak of that's built on a virgin land.
But then again,
you really want a history of
that
the house.
land could have an easement from a pipeline, an oil company or a utility company running right across the land, and you may not be able to plant your rose bushes if you want to without getting permission from them. And also, when you have a lien, they have the access to come and dig your yard anytime they want. So that's what it is. The title search will come up with if they do once they do it. So even if it's a new construction, so we will highly recommend that we do that. All right, so we have done the walkthrough. So what's next, Greg?
Closing. Let's go to the closing table.
All
It's
right.
going to be, well, hold on. So who's going to go to the closing table?
You, Mary, you will be there.
The buyer will be there. Well, their attorney could be there too in their
Their
behalf.
attorney.
But you probably are excited and you want to be there.
And the seller's attorney could be there, or the seller himself would be there. And that's where the closing takes place. Usually the closing takes place in your attorney or the title company's office, or in our office.
Right. So depending on the situation, people representing the seller and people representing the buyer come together, and all the paperwork gets signed, lots of copies of it, and then checks get distributed, money changes hands, from one bank account to the other, so that the seller gives you the key, and now you have the house, and the mortgage is all taken care of, and then we go celebrate. That's really the momentum, momentous event.
Congratulations, Mary, and you
Congratulations, exactly. Welcome to New
proud,
Jersey.
proud homeowner in New Jersey.
Correct. So we hope that this helped.
And guys, give us a call. We are there for you.
Here's
pretty
our
much,
number. Don't forget. Here's our contact
and
information.
our email address. So you could call us, email us, text us, and we will get back to you. And hopefully you'll contact us. And if you have any other questions, you could message us, and we'll get back to you in a timely manner.
Call the pros. That's us. Thank you.